Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue, and I'm back for another Black Ink Crew Chicago review. Y'all, this episode was it was like y'all had such a good start, and then we get here, and I'm bored. But anyway, let's just talk about it either way. All right. So Charmaine tells her shop that she's 4 months pregnant. And everybody's all excited and happy about it, all right? Her breasts are falling out of her bra. I wish to God that Charmaine would wear the right bra size. I mean, a lot of y'all not wearing the right bra size out here. I was one of y'all, okay? But you got to get the right bra size. You wearing the same bra you was wearing when you was in college or when you was in high school. Girl, that ain't your bra size no more. Get that together, okay? Every time you see it, you can see a little nip. Like, that must be so aggravating for post-production people to have to be blurring Charmaine's nipples every time you turn around. Anyway, okay, she goes home to cook up some good old Haitian food for Nick's mom. Because y'all know Nick's mom is still upset that they haven't married with the priest in front of them. Okay, she's still feeling some type of way. Child, she feel like Charmaine damn near pregnant out of wedlock because they didn't have a baby with the preacher in front of them. I'm like, child, mama, you need to calm down. Okay, but she cooked the food for her, and the mama was like, okay, but that doesn't look like real food. It don't look right to me. Okay, Charmaine in there working. Y'all know Charmaine got a little YouTube page where she cooks. So Charmaine fashions herself, as a chef of some sorts. All right, she be out here cooking, got her little apron on and stuff. And I just be like, child, I got an apron, but whenever I get ready to cook, don't nobody have time to put the apron on. I don't know why. I just be like I'm in here. You know what I'm saying? I guess because I ain't see nobody grow up putting the apron on. You have them, but you don't wear them all the time. You know what I'm saying? Either way, just something I noticed. Pontificating because there's nothing really going on. But anyway, so it's time for the test. The mama sits down and Nika's like, come on, ma, sit down, try her food. She's trying really hard. Try the food. So the mama sit down and try the food. It's salty and dry. I need water. Can I get water? I was like, not salty and dry. That's the worst of the worst. That's one thing you never want. You never want your food to be too salty. And if it's supposed to be moist, you don't want it to be dry. And child, everything that the mama tasted was salty and dry. So now Charmaine is just distraught, all right? Her attempt to make Nick's mom happy has failed once again, and she just gives up and walks away, all right? The mom, like, is she upset about that I offended her? Like, I'm trying to get the accent right, y'all. It's so hard. That accent is so deep and strong. But anyway, Nick says to his mom, because she feels like nothing she does is good enough for you, And the mama is just like, well, the food was salty and dry. I don't know what you want me to see. All right, so later, Charmaine comes home from work and tells Nick's mom, who's in there, cleaning up the kitchen and everything, look, we got to talk, moms, all right? And let me tell y'all something. I feel like whenever you have these strong-willed single mothers and then you go and get with their son, there's always like this battle of who's stronger. Not really, but kind of, sort of. You know what I'm saying? You always have to come to them correct. And be yourself and be honest and be straightforward, because in my experience, real recognize real. Mamas are always trying to scope to see if you showing them a representative, okay? Trying to see if you trying to show them somebody that you're not really. They just want to see if you really gonna be good for their son or if you're some little skank. As if they sons be such a prize for us to come and try to like skank on, like whatever. But in my experience, when you hit them with that real recognize real, they either have no choice but to respect it or the problem gets worse. And if the problem gets worse, child, that's a whole nother thing of a whole nother sort. Because then you have to deal with, is your man a mama's boy to the extent that would cause issues in your relationship? I don't see that with Nick. Nick respects his mom. He loves his mom. But Nick also creates boundaries for his mom, okay? So I see that in him. So I feel like that's not really where we going with this. So Charmaine expresses to Nick's mom that, look, at the end of the day, I am married to your son. He is my husband. I am your daughter-in-law. And you need to get over this. I'm pregnant. And I don't like feeling like you here watching over my back just waiting for me to mess something up. That's how Charmaine feels. And the mom is like, I'm not trying to offend you, but I am worried about the way you will raise the child, my grandchild. She's worried, okay? And Charmaine is like, worried? You didn't cross the line, okay? Like, this is my child at the end of the day. You have raised your children. That is over for you. This is my baby at the end of the day, all right? And I love you, and I want peace over here, okay? But at the same time, I just got to put my foot down. This is my baby mama. I need you to understand that, okay? And you know what? Nick's mom says, well, I did not mean to offend you. You know I love you. I love my son. I just want the best for my grandchild, you know? And at the end of the day, Charmaine, that lady just told you, nothing but death is gonna keep her from that child. Nothing but death, okay? So at the end of the day, I'm glad y'all had y'all come to Jesus moment and were able to hug it out, because it's best for y'all to get along. But essentially, that the grandmama just told you something, you know, but while still giving you what you want, but just still told you something like, okay. But when it all boils down to it, you ain't gonna push me up away from my grandchild, okay? But I think that the mom respects the boundaries and was able to apologize and everything, because she recognizes that her son cares about Charmaine. And her son has put, you know, his boundaries around their relationship for the most part. So if mom want to be around, she don't have to, you know, get along with Charmaine. All right. And I just like to see that there wasn't more strife after that conversation. I was like, oh, they made up. That was nice. Okay, that was real nice in the bow. And still, Charmaine, close that fit, honey. Close that fit. Close that fit. Hallelujah. Okay. Y'all, let's pop over to 9 Mag. Rachel and Ryan have a little conversation away from their son, because Rachel wants to know what's going on with the living situation, right? Why you ain't got nowhere to live? I love the fact. First of all, I know we didn't like Rachel. I don't know why, but I seem to like Rachel more and more every time I see her. First of all, those box braids that she wears are beautiful. I don't know who's doing her box braids, but I wish they would do mine, okay? Because those are the type of box braids you want. They not too heavy. They not too big. They not too small. You know what I'm saying? Look like her head not, you know, broken at the end of the day. Rachel's braids are A1, okay? So that's the first thing I noticed. Outside of the fact that Rachel is just a beautiful girl, okay? But her calmness and her lack of to give is just such a heartwarming experience for me to watch. I'm sorry, but she just be like, so what's going on? I need to understand what's happening. And Ryan explains that he thought he was going to be able to get back in the house eventually, which is why he has not gotten himself a place to live. And she explains to him, regardless to what's going on with us, okay, we have children that need somewhere to go. They need to be able to spend time with you that is not in a business setting, okay? So you need to go ahead and get you some place to live. All right, don't count on me. Rachel says she can forgive Ryan for what happened, but that does not mean that she will forget. All right, basically saying that their relationship is over. To me, when the show first came on, it seemed as if Rachel wasn't really seeing it for Ryan, but Ryan was featuring Rachel. So they got back together for the kids. Okay, that's what they did. And then he messed up repeatedly. And now Rachel is in somewhere in her spirit like, I didn't want to get back with you anyway. And then you going to come and try to play me? Play me? For Cat? The pass around? No disrespect, Cat. You're a wonderful person. But at the end of the day, sis, you was being passed around the shop. I mean, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Those are the choices you made, okay? And you know, it's not like Rachel is not a beautiful woman at the end of the day. So I'm sure deep down Rachel has been like, nigga, like, I'm so over you. It's ridiculous, okay? So yeah, Ryan needs to go ahead and find him somewhere to live permanently. So Jessica, Prince, and Fly Tatted. These are new people on Black Ink Crew Chicago. I follow Jessica's Instagram. Homegirl can tat. Homegirl can tat. Okay, I was like, okay. And I made the mistake of starting to follow Ryan on Instagram. I don't know why I did that. I'm just saying, he's been working out and these pectoral muscles, right? Like, Whew, all right, I'm sorry. Anyway, so yeah. Back to Jessica Prince and Fly Tatted. All right, they're going around Chicago. The guys are showing her, other parts of the city so that she can get accustomed to being here. Y'all know she just came from London, so her experience here has kind of been limited since she's been working so much. So they go and get some wings and explain to her it's not mild, it's mild. Okay, when you go and get the wings, you get the mild wings. All right, not mild. It's mild, all right? Okay, trying to teach you something around here, okay? And then they sit on some steps and, just talk about life and the differences between living in London as a black person and living here in America as a black person. Because Fly talks about how his brother just recently was murdered in front of his face. They were driving in a car and somebody shot up the car and his brother died in his arms. Terrible, 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 terrible. Like, Lord have mercy. I mean, I know we're not going to talk about it, but Fly has some anger up under here, and he need to go to therapy. I know y'all don't want to talk about that because, y'all hood niggas and everything. But Fly, you need to go to therapy for that. Like, I don't know if you've talked to anybody, but you shouldn't just have your brother die in your arms and go to work the next day like ain't nothing happened. I'm sure you took a day or two, but something feels like you really need to go and seek some help for that. Because I can see all over him somebody that's just ready to explode. I can just tell by looking at him. I want him to go deal with that, okay? Then Jessica tells them she feels like a black person in London, a black Brit, lives a better life or is treated better than black people are here in America. And I'm like, well, I could see that, but let's not act like there's no racism. I've read books by black Brits or people who are black from London and from England, and their experience is just as shady. Okay, people still trying to touch your hair, and still wanting you to assimilate and look more white and things of that nature. Okay, but outside of that, I can definitely understand why she feels that way. For one, I think that essentially British people have more decorum than American people. So American people will do and say things out in public that a Brit would never say and do out in public. It doesn't matter if they're racist. These conversations happen in different different settings. Here in America, you can find some crazy ass white person accosting you at the Costco's, okay, in the parking lot, at the Walmart, at your apartment building. Anywhere that you go, there's a crazy white person that is ready to show some black person that they don't have the same freedom of space as the white person does. And so they will call the police and all of that type of stuff, or block you from going somewhere, or block you into a parking spot, all kind of stuff. I feel like British people essentially don't even do stuff like that because that's just not that's not their makeup. Okay, they're nice. Okay, they're cordial. They're gonna do all their stuff passive aggressively and behind your back. Okay, underneath. They're not just gonna bust it out in your face like that. And some people feel like that's a better thing, in America here, to just be straight up with your racism. But I don't feel that way. Please hide your racism from me. Hide it. Okay, conceal it from me. I mean, that's not really much you can conceal from a person like me anyway. I pick up all vibes either way. But I would love for you to have enough couth to not try to accost me in public because you're racist. Okay, so I understand where Jessica is coming from, and it makes the old girl want to go ahead. And I've been wanting to visit anyway. I really want to do one of those tours where you go to several different places in Europe. I've already been to Italy, so I would love to go to France and go to London and, maybe Germany or something like that, because I love, maybe Russia. I know we have issues with Russia, but I love their architecture. It's a whole bunch of places that I really want to go, but I definitely want to go to Germany and England and in France, definitely. Okay, there are some other places too. Okay, your girl is looking at the map at all times. Okay, trying to find somewhere to go. All right, when I got some money, because I ain't got nothing for it right now, because y'all know traveling to Europe is quite expensive. The plane tickets, their dollar is worth more than ours. So yeah, it's a lot. Like, it's not cheap. Okay, girl, you're gonna have to get a cruise to go over there. Okay, a little cruise to drop you off. But anyway, moving along. Ryan does a tattoo on dark skin. Y'all, this is so important. Them talking about tattooing on dark skin. And I'm also annoyed that this conversation isn't brought up more frequently on these black tattoo shows, because essentially that's one of the main reasons that, you know, people have issues with you know, tattooing black people. I see so many white artists that I would love to go to, but because I think their work is fantastic. But if I look up and down your Instagram and I can't find somebody black that you've tattooed, then I can't come to you. It doesn't matter how great your work is, because I feel like, how do I know that you're going to be able to tattoo on my skin? Now, I'm not the darkest person at the end of the day. I want to get a piece right here, y'all. I want to get an elephant piece on this forearm. I've been wanting to get a tattoo on my forearm for the longest, and I've just never done it. But I really want to get something done on both arms on the inside. I was looking at what is it? Artwork, because it's spelled CEA, you know, and we usually, when we do the X at the end, that's a O, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, so is it co-artwork? Is so artwork? Like, let me know what this was pronounced as a New Orleans person. Sometimes you don't be knowing what, you know, what niggas be trying to tell you. But I was looking at co-artwork on Instagram, and I was also looking at Ace No Boogie on Instagram. I actually emailed Ace No Boogie because, I mean, the color saturation on Ace No Boogie's tattoos is A1 to me. But I've seen a whole bunch of people. I'm just going to be reaching out to a lot of people, because right before Christmas, I want to get one of these tattoos started. The other tattoo I want to get is my grandfather in his Indian costume on my wrist. And it is because I often feel like I'm forgetting what his face looks like as I get older, because he died when I was 6, but he's one of my favorite people ever in life. And I just would really love to have him in his Indian costume on my arm. So, is show artwork? Is it show artwork? Am I messing up? Either way, when I was looking at his artwork, he does a lot of Indians and stuff like that. And I'm talking about Masson Indians, New Orleans Masson traditional Indians, not Native American Indians. But some of us are mixed with that, and that is kind of where that comes from, the mixing of those two ethnicities, the people who are already here and the people that were brought here on slave ships. But you know, that's another historical conversation for another day. But you know, wasn't nothing going on Black Ink Crew anyway. So Ryan does this tattoo on this guy with dark skin who he's tatted before, and I would love to get Ryan to tattoo me, but I've talked so much shit about, I can't go to none of y'all that I've talked shit about. I just can't. First of all, you live in Chicago. I ain't coming down there just for no tattoo in winter. That's too much. But I heard that I can't afford him, so I'm not even gonna try. But he does great work as well. But either way, the guy was talking about getting a piece to commemorate his father who passed away. And I was like, that's awesome. That's why I have I want to get this redone. For real, like a cover up and get it redone. So that's something I might talk to Show Work about as well, because it was supposed to be a tree of life with my father's initials, but when you give people license to do whatever they want to do, they just do whatever they want to do. And I wanted this to be more tree and less branch. Like, so I'm probably gonna end up getting this redone. But I definitely understand wanting to get something, to commemorate your family members, especially those that are passed on. So, I was all in my feelings and right on with that. Then Ryan talks to his son about going through puberty and what he's about to experience growing up. His son doesn't realize he's probably going to shoot, 10 feet into the air within the next couple of years. And, his voice is changing and he's growing facial hair and, how you going to shave? And, Ryan is like, I'm going to show you. I'm going to take you down to the barbershop. They're going to get you cleaned up. And watch, when you get older and it's time for you to take a girl out on a date, you're going to want to get yourself cleaned up and everything. It's cute. I love it. I love seeing Ryan interact with his son. I really, really do. And I think they need to keep, giving us little parts of that in the show, because it keeps this human, it keeps this real and authentic. And his son is just cute, like, just the cutest little thing, with his little hair, his little kunk going on up there, okay, a little natural kunk. And now we understand, apparently Ryan's grandmother is Japanese. I'm like, oh, I would have never knew. Okay, I would have never knew. He looked just like regular old black folks down here in New Orleans have. And I was talking to somebody because who's not from here, and they were talking about how they came down here and they were surprised about how many black people down here have like soft or wavy textured hair, you know. And that's why I be telling y'all all the time that, you know, I think outside of New Orleans, people have like a, you know, not as much understanding of what black people can look like in the diaspora. And because New Orleans people tend to be mixed up a lot, or just people from different islands that have come here and, you know, been here over the years, we see a lot of different forms of the way black people look, and that comes with dark skin and soft wavy hair sometimes. Sometimes it come with kinky hair and really light skin, to the point where my cousin goes to Texas and people are asking her if she white, and we like, what are you looking at? But Toki is black, but okay. But like, you know, if they don't look at her hair, they're confused about what they're looking at when they see her. And I'm like, that's just so crazy to me, because there are so many people in New Orleans who are like that, who, you know, are passant blanc, which means pass for white. Okay, they're not passing for white, but they are the color of folks that can pass for white back in the day. Okay, things of that nature. All right, just, you know, just very layered historical content going on here. But either way, like his grandmother being 100% Japanese and marrying a black man sounds about right. That's the type of stuff that happened back then during those wars, World War I, World War II, around those times, you know. So yeah, okay, I can see that. So then y'all, Jessica throws a lingerie party for the artist. And I was so confused by this, because Jessica keeps talking about how, you know, I don't want relationships in my shop. You know, no, that is a no-go for me. And it's like, okay, great, Jess, you know, we appreciate you for, you know, not wanting to have a messy shop, excuse me, okay? But at the same time, having a lingerie party with the people at the shop and liquoring them up, I don't know if that, you know, is gonna help that. Like, to me, when people have on less clothes and drink more alcohol, that screams less bump, okay? Bump, 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 all I wanna see, okay? Like, I'm just saying. So when everybody gets to the party, and of course, Charmaine's nipples are hanging out of her bra because the bra don't fit, and of course, she's now becoming engorged because she's pregnant, and those breasts are like, okay? But at the same time, it's like, homegirl, can we get something that fit? I know that you are in a larger bra size than a lot of people sell, but that does not mean that you can't find you a bra out here, girl, that fit. Okay, some of y'all are in the G's, and because Savage Fenty don't sell G's, y'all don't want to buy him, but you need to, okay? Listen to your girl, all right? But anyway, so the first thing that happens upon asking, you know, truth or dare questions, and people talking about who's a squirter, child, my squirting days are over. I emptied my tank years ago. Okay, it's not happening anymore. I've tried. It's not. It used to happen all the time. You can ask somebody, but now it's just no. It's a no go. Homegirl is dry. It's not happening. I mean, not because really right now it's really not. But I mean, like whatever is the little tube in your body that the squirt stuff comes from. Homegirl is not playing with me no more. She was like, you used me up. Okay, you took advantage of the fact that you could do that when you was younger, and now I'm done. It's not happening no more. The gas tank is empty. I'm sorry, too much information. Yeah, my body is going through all of these changes since I got on birth control. It is ridiculous. Anyway, so then there's some popping and shaking. And y'all, when Charmaine was shaking in front of Jessica's face, like the look she made screamed smell, and I hope that's not what it was. Oh Lord, I hope that's not what it was. I mean, the shaking continued, so whatever. Jessica feels like popping or twerking is you telling somebody to come and do you, you know, and it's like, no, not really. Like Charmaine said, it is a traditional African dance that a lot of people have just now started to call twerking. But I've been growing up in New Orleans for a long time, and I tell you all the time, it's been popping since it's been popping since it's been popping. Okay, it's always been popping. Okay, pop that. You all know how to slide and do the pussy pop. Okay, I'm sorry. But yeah, you know, whatever. But it's not like a come and do me thing. It's just the natural, like how your body moves. If you notice how African dancers move, that is usually the movement. Whether you really shaking your butt or not, this right here, this, that right there, that's what it's, that's what's going on. And then when you get control of the bottom part, then you bring it all together. But Jessica don't know none of these things, okay? I guess the Brits don't twerk or they don't pop out there. You know what I'm saying? Look, well, okay, I didn't know y'all didn't pop like that. But you know, I'm not surprised at all. Either way, everybody's twerking, have a good time. And Drea and Zach, Y'all, Drea and Zach went on a cute little date this episode, and she had her afro flying, and I was like, she one of them women where when you look at them with the afro, they look effervescent. They look gorgeous. They look beautiful. They look like, you know, just everything, right? Ethereal almost. And then you look at them with the wig on, and it's just like, I mean, the wig is nice, but it takes something away from it. I'm a firm believer that some women really should have big hair, especially if you have black female, you know, black features, you're a woman, you have black features. Big hair compliments us a lot of the time. But, you know, y'all still won't wear this flat ass straight hair that does not compliment your features, but I'm gonna let y'all live. Either way, I'm just saying that's how I feel about it, but whatever, you know. People still look beautiful no matter what, but I'm just saying it's something I've observed. So when I saw her with her afro blowing in the wind, I got my life. But Zach said he's serious about her and he really wants to date her, but she's trying to keep things under wraps because she don't want everybody in the shop in her business. Fast forward to this party and he can't keep his hands to himself because she's in the lingerie. All right. And then she started twerking and Fly Tatted, who is there with some girl who he just showed up with. Ain't nobody important, just somebody he messing around with, right? And he tapping her butt when she popping, you know, like you know, it ain't nothing. Like it happens, right? But Zach got upset. Zach was highly upset, okay? And that translated into him and Fly going back and forth about throwing hands. You know what I'm saying? And let's go. I mean, we could throw these hands, then we'll come on in. What you waiting on then? And something tells me that Zach may be able to fight, but I don't think he's ready for Fly taking out all of the anger that he got, you know, pent up inside of him out on him. For some reason, I felt like you do not want it with that young man. Let it go. All right? Like, that's why people don't want y'all to date, because y'all don't know how to act. Zach, you can't get jealous. That girl is not your girlfriend. Y'all are dating, but she does not belong to you. And her having a good time the way she was, you should have just took a shot and swallowed it. But see, that's how y'all Negroes act. That's why we can't even give y'all a little bit of something, because y'all don't know how to act. Like, she told you to chill out, and you out here about to fight this man over nothing. He got a whole girl he there with. Ain't nothing like that. And he tripping out. So now they going back and forth. And Charmaine is like, I don't want this happening in my shop. You know, I went through this. Okay, been there, done that. And then we see next episode that they basically telling Drea it's her or Zach. And I feel like Zach is the one that made it a problem. If anybody needs to go, it need to be his ass. Tripping the hell out over nothing. If you don't go sit in the corner and calm your ass down somewhere, like Fly look like, son, you really don't want these problems with me. All right. Now look, Fly can end up getting his ass whooped. I don't know. But something about Fly's spirit tells me that if he go there, he gonna go there. And I don't think Zach is ready for it, because Zach is coming from a bitch assness place. Okay. You coming from a bitch assness place with this. Okay. This overreaction to this girl twerking and him doing it. It wasn't even that serious. Like, he ain't even really was on it. He didn't grab it. It was just to go with the rhythm. You know what I'm saying? It happens all the time when people twerk. It's not a big deal. Everybody's drinking and all of that. And now Jessica is like, this is no, I want it to happen, you know. And it's just like, girl, you should have never got these people drinking naked together. What did you think was going to happen when you bring together young people and get them drunk and have them half-ass naked? What you think was going to happen? You know what I'm saying? Just not a good environment to be in somebody's apartment drinking half naked and think that ain't nobody going to bump, and it's going to cause some thumps. You know what I'm saying? The bumping will cause a thumping around here. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like Jess needs to understand her part in that, okay? Stop acting like you didn't help this situation along by giving them the wrong setting for a business environment. Like, y'all are all co-workers, and this wasn't, you know, y'all should have did this at the shop or somewhere where other people were involved. But having this at the apartment like that, not a good move. It gave it a homie vibe that showed that somebody was going to bump, or thump after it was all said and done. I feel like I thought Zach and Drea was going to be something cute, but now it's turning out to be an issue, and y'all ain't even been on the show that long. God damn. So hopefully somebody will catch a fade and, you know, they'll entertain us. And lastly, because I forgot, because it was so minute, this little small scene where Ford babysits Don's kids, his two boys, for 5 minutes, talking about, I could do it easy peasy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, easy peasy, huh? He said he can deal with the running around, but it's the crying he can't deal with. He's sensitive, and hearing the baby cry is, you know, like nails on a chalkboard for him. I said, child, who you telling? Okay, will irk your spirit something nasty, won't it? But we can just about guess that Ford is not ready for the song around the house. Okay, so keep thotting and bopping and wrapping that thing up. But yeah, y'all, that's it. I hope y'all enjoyed the review. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.